Join me on the amazing story of Jumping Joe. He's fighting in World War II, but not for the US, and that's not him in the background. That's the Soviet Union Army. This was the only American to fight for the USSR and America. So how did he get there? His name was Joseph R. Jumping Joe Beyrle. He grew up in Muskegon, Michigan. When he was 17, he enlisted in the Army and jumped at every opportunity to train other soldiers. He earned his unit's respect and the nickname Jumping Joe. On June 6, 1944, D-Day, he was on a C-47 transport plane flying to Normandy. But as they approached the drop zone, German anti-aircraft fire tore into their formation. Beyrle's plane was hit. He and some other paratroopers were forced to jump from the crippled aircraft at a dangerously low altitude. When he landed, he found himself separated from his unit. He spent a few days performing sabotage missions before being captured by German soldiers. Over the next 7 months, Beyrle would be held in 7 different German prison camps. He was tortured and saw many brutal things. At one point, a German soldier took his dog tags, a souvenir, and killed the soldier who took them. Beyrle was then put on a train with other pals heading to Germany. However, the German soldier who took Beyrle's dog tags was killed while wearing an American uniform. Because the remains of the body were so badly damaged, the dog tags were used to identify the individual, leading U.S. officials to mistakenly believe Beyrle had been killed in action. His family was notified, and a funeral was held for him back home in Michigan. They buried the German soldier in a Muskegon cemetery, but it was the body of the German soldier, who was wearing an American uniform, and Joseph Beyrle's stolen dog tags. But Beyrle was actually alive and in a POW camp in Germany. He managed to escape after trying and failing several times. In January 1945, he headed east, hoping to find the advancing Soviet army. After a few weeks, he encountered a Soviet tank battalion. With the help of a political commissar who spoke English, Beyrle convinced the commander, Alexandra Samusenko, to let him fight the Germans. For more than a month, Beyrle fought with the Soviet tank unit as they pushed toward Berlin. His knowledge of radio communications and demolition proved invaluable. At one point, Beyrle and his tank unit liberated the very same POW camp that he had escaped from. But while he was there, a German air attack wounded him. He was sent to a Soviet hospital where he remained for several months. There he met Marshal Georgy Zhukov, who was intrigued by Beyrle's story. Zhukov helped Beyrle get the necessary papers to travel to the U.S. Embassy in Moscow. After verifying his fingerprints, U.S. officials believed that the dead man walking was indeed alive. Beyrle returned home in April 1945, just before VI Day. Joseph Beyrle lived a full life after the war. He married the woman he had before the war. Their son, John Beyrle, became the U.S. ambassador to Russia. Joseph Beyrle died in 2004 and is buried at Arlington National Cemetery. He received many military awards from both the U.S. and the Soviet Union, including the Purple Heart and the Soviet Order of the Red Banner. Please give a like and share if you enjoyed the video.